Playing through all the attractions in Nintendo Land really got me wanting to talk about one of my favorite retro games on the original NES. Well, really, playing through Balloon Trip Breeze made me want to talk about Balloon Fight. Balloon Fight on the surface is really just a Joust clone, but unlike most things that try to clone the gameplay of another awesome game, Balloon Fight remains just as awesome. I think Balloon Fight is so cool that I even spent a lot of my time in Animal Crossing playing my virtual copy. Yeah, my NES room rocks pretty hard, I know. When I got it on my 3DS as an ambassador, I played it all the time then too. The concept is pretty simple. You float around held up by two balloons and try to pop the balloons on the enemies on screen by landing on their balloons to send them falling into the water or on land. If they manage to land on a floating island, you'll have to kick them off before they re-inflate their balloons. You fly with either A or B, one needing to be tapped constantly, more controlled air, or one that just makes you rise until you hit the top. If one of your balloons gets popped, you'll lose lift and speed. During all this in-air fighting of balloons, you'll face some obstacles such as flippers, lightning bolts, and the giant fish. Yes, a giant fish, which sits in waiting to eat anything that drops within its reach. It will eat you or any of your bird enemies. It doesn't play favorites. Lightning bolts are the worst. They will take you out with one hit, and they bounce around screen constantly. Like Joust, the core idea seems pretty simple, but the difficulty in this title comes from the classic sporadic arcade action. And eventually more obstacles will fill the screen. The bird enemies will be more abundant and move faster, and they refill their balloons quicker. It is just classic arcade action. There's no further explanation as to why this game is so fun to play, unless you somehow have avoided all of those classic arcade games, and then you might be a bit confused, so you'll just have to take my word for it. If you do get bored of the standard levels, there is a classic balloon trip mode, which is what inspired the Wii U version. Here you must traverse through a maze of obstacles and try to get as far as you can, which is a lot harder than it sounds. Plus, in this mode, you'll get some of the catchiest 8-bit music of all time, which is a song you've been hearing this whole time. Balloon Fight is such a classically fun game, and easily one of the best of the black box games that came out on the NES. You have several options to play it these days outside of the original cart. There's an e-reader card for the Game Boy Advance, playing on the GameCube via Animal Crossing, the 3D Ambassador, and I bet it soon will come to the eStore, and on the Wii Virtual Console. If you want to get the original game, the price fluctuates wildly. I've seen them from $10 to $25, and if you want it in box, that's hitting the triple digits. Just be patient and you'll get a good deal on a loose cart. I'll see you next time. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna play Super Tortimer. Aw man, Mare, that's just rude.